Well, next up in our lessons utilizing Microsoft Excel, we're going to analyze some of the market sales from this year's Tule Lake Butte Valley Fair. And these were FFA and 4-H animals. So to begin with, you'll want to go ahead and open Excel and create a new workbook. So for example, when you're in this screen here, you'll go ahead and double click on a blank workbook. So pause the computer if you need to, pause this video and go ahead and get that taken care of, and then come on back, and once you have that new workbook ready to go, come on in, go to cell A1 and type in Tule Lake Butte Valley Fair 2019. We'll put that in all caps. And then go down to A2 and you're going to type in utilizing title case. Title case is where the first letter of each word is capitalized. You're going to put in Market Animal Sales Report. And then the first sales report we're going to work on is going to be for market lambs. So go ahead, pause the video and get that taken care of. Now the next step before we get too much further down the road here is go ahead and come down to Sheet 1 and double click that, and you can rename it to Sheep. Or if you want to be even more specific, you can put Market Lambs. And then don't worry about making a copy just yet. We don't have that much information loaded in here, but once we do, we will want to have a backup copy. Now next up will be to enter our different categories. So I'll go ahead and click on them, and you can go ahead and type those in, and as I have mentioned, anytime you just need to pause, take the time and go ahead and get the information added and then come back and replay the video. So first up, we want to put in a heading entitled Show Number. And that is in A5. In B5, we want to put in weight. C5 will be price per pound, so we're going to show that price /LB and abbreviate pound, price per pound. D5 will be the sale price. E5, commission rate. F5 will be the commission amount. G5, net amount. Now the reason why we cannot see all of our column headings is because the columns are not wide enough for some of the headings. So what we want to do is increase the width of the columns. So there's a variety of ways to do that. Today we'll do one of the automated ways. And so what we're going to do is this. Let's go ahead and select column A and hold down that mouse, that left button, and drag all the way to column G. And then when you point to the border between these columns, notice that it turns to a black cross with arrows pointing left and right, indicating that we want to either increase or decrease the column width. So you can point to any one of these, and when it turns to that black cross with those arrows left and right, if you double click, it'll automatically adjust the column to fit the width of whatever entry you have made there as a heading. So I'll go ahead and repeat that. I want to start at A, select all the way to G, click anywhere, double click anywhere on one of these borders when it turns to a black cross, and it will automatically adjust the column width to whatever column heading you have entered. Now the next step is that we're going to look at adjusting a column width a little different way, because we actually don't want this to be the heading that we have for column A. Later on I'm going to show you a way to put that here in the center. Right now we're just interested in the show number. So the other way that you can adjust columns is manually, just by clicking, holding, and just dragging this over to the width that we would like show number to be. So just do it like that. And then the next step is to put a line under these, or actually a border. And so we'll select from A5 through G5 and come on over to the font window or group and select bottom border. So at this point you should have a worksheet for market lambs that looks like this. So if necessary, go ahead and pause the video, get your worksheet in this shape, and ask any questions that you may have, and then we'll move on and enter some of the market lamb data from the Tule Lake Butte Valley Fair for 2019. We will not be entering the names of the owners of these animals, the students who showed the animals, but what we will do is identify them by their show number. So our first animal is number 6, and I'll go ahead and type these in, and then you can do so in a similar fashion. And that'll do it for the entries for show numbers for market lambs. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down through those and leave them on the screen so you can enter those. Pause the video if necessary. And then just make sure that your number corresponds to the row number. And that will conclude this video, part 1 of the Fair Market Animals for 2019 for the market lambs. Make sure you have it saved, and in the next video we will go ahead and get information for the weight, price per pound, and then calculate the sales price.